Give a great warm welcome to your principal guests of today, Clare and Danny. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you can now remain seated while I transfer over the system area for the rest of the performance.
I hope you're all comfortable. This is going to take a while. I'd like to ask the Lord to bless this gathering, and very especially you, Mr. and Mrs. Turley, and the McCann and Turley family. And a blessing on all those who prepared the food. Enjoy.
Danny founded his own company called Performance Sports. And for those who've tried to start something, create a business, it's not an easy thing to do. So it takes a steely determination, a passion, and believing what you're doing is right and to make a difference. And I think Danny should be very proud of what he's achieved. I know Clare's very proud of what he's done as well. And I know me as his partner I am as well, so well done. So a few minutes you're going to hear the speeches, but there are some of the people we work with, coaches in different sports, and our origins really would be Gaelic games, our home sport, and then we've grown and learned about other sports as well. But we have a couple of video messages from some of the coaches we work with. I would like to share that with you. It's just short and sweet, and I will go to the top table, so thanks.
Hello everyone, Peter Canavan here. I hope you're having a great day. I just want to wish Danny and Clare all the very best on their big day. I know things could be difficult. Mixed marriages aren't pretty, and especially when you're from down in Armagh, but I'm sure everyone will work out okay. Danny and Joe have been a great help to me, both with Throne and Holy Trinity here. Danny's big into his analysis, so we'll go over to the touch screen here, Danny, and I just have two pieces of advice for you. Number one, the wife, she's always right. Number two, when you feel she is wrong, slap yourself and read number one again. All the very best.
Hi Danny, the time you get this message, it's probably too late and you've went and married yourself home from down. I wish you had said it. I could have sorted out with one of these Armagh women. It would have been the least I could have done for you. After all the invaluable help and support that you've given us over the years. And William Clare, he's a great man, and no doubt that you're a great woman. I hope you're both having a brilliant day. I look forward to seeing the photos. And on behalf of Armagh ladies, I just want to kind of wish you both many years of health and happiness together.
Danny, best wishes for the big day coming up. Thanks for all the help down through the years. I don't be getting too worried about my down moment. I'm my down one myself, and it's not that bad. So the best luck to yourself and Clare, and good luck for the future.
No pressure, David.
Alright, Danny, wishing you all your best in your wedding today. Good luck to you and Clare. Hope you all the best for your future. Enjoy the day. Shout out from the girls.
Hi Danny, Paddy here from Cork Camogie. Wishing you all the best in your big day. I hope all goes well and that you enjoy it. All the best.
Danny, Clare, congratulations on your big day. Danny, as a man who got married recently, if I'd have known in advance I would have advised you not to do it. I've aged years already only joking, Danny. Best of luck now on your life together. Hope everything works out well. God bless. Bye-bye.
Hey Danny, hope you're well, my friend. Word is that you have a big game coming up today. So from myself, the coaching staff, and all the players here at Ryder, I want to wish you and Claire a fantastic day and many, many years of happiness. Slante!
Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, I would like to welcome you all to Danny and Claire's special day, their wedding day. So to kick things off, I just want to invite Marion, Claire's mummy, just to say a few words.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Here we go.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I'd like to welcome everyone here today to celebrate the marriage of my daughter Claire and Danny, and I wish them every happiness in their life together. And such a beautiful setting here in Cabra Castle. It really is the last word, and the food was fabulous. And Claire comes third in the family, and she's a great girl. She grew up into a lovely young woman and did well for herself. And when she met Danny, I just knew he was the man for her. A lovely man, couldn't be better. I remember whenever Claire started going out with Danny, you know, she wouldn't tell anybody his name. So, because the boys were keeping her going all the time, you see, so they kept asking, oh, what do you call the boy? No, she wouldn't tell them anyway. But finally, the boys christened him George. And they says, well, Claire, you going out with George tonight? And where's George taking you tonight? And they kept her going, and this went on for maybe a month or two, till finally we found out that his name was Danny. And I remember the first night he came into the house, I just thought he was a lovely, lovely man. And I'm very proud to have him as my son-in-law. So I'd like to welcome Danny into the family and wish you every joy and happiness in your new life together. So I know Claire's daddy's not here with us, but I know he's here in spirit, and he'd be so proud of her as well, as I am. Yeah. So I'd like everyone to join in now and toast the bride and groom, wish them every happiness, joy and peace in their new life together.
Thank you very much. I'm going to now pass it over to Joe Senior. He's a man of few words, but what words he does speak is meaningful.
Hello there. I'm now christened as Joe Senior, but on behalf of Shane and myself, I'd like to thank you all for coming tonight to Danny and Claire's big do. That's my main job is to welcome Claire into the Turley family, and now she's number 4 Turley girl. But sorry, I'm number 1. I know, yeah. But sometimes when Claire gets a little excited, or 1 or 2 glasses beside, she goes, whoa! No, I can't. But Danny here, he's a great lad, and he's number 4 for all our boys too. And I think the world of him. He's honest and very loving and caring, and I think a lot of him, as we do of the other boys too. But as someone sort of special would like to say a word or two about Danny, and it's the other half here, Sheena.
That was very nice.
This is my last chance to say anything at a wedding like this. So there's an expression which is time flies, and it's so true. Because it doesn't seem so long ago that Danny and I were waiting on the bus for him to go to school, and we'd have a conversation. And it was nearly always the same as what he wanted to do and what he wanted to be when he left school. He also promised to buy me a villa in Portugal. And I don't want him to forget that, or Claire. Danny is a very determined young man, and he likes to be the best at what he can do, and to do the best and be the best. And I think now he's got everything he wants. He has a beautiful bride, a beautiful wife, his best friend. He has hands to hold, and she'll hold his hand, and they're going to be partners in life. And we wish them lots of love and happiness.
Well said, well said. From the one and only Mrs. Hurley to the future Mrs. Hurley, she wants to say a few words as well.
Thank you. So, hello everyone. Welcome to our wedding. I think I've just punished myself by wanting to do a speech when I don't have to, but I just think it's nice to be able to join in everyone else on the top table who's saying a few words. Obviously, this is it's the most special day in our lives to date, and I had written a few words about maybe 4 months ago, and then I thought I'd be able to tweak it. But the last couple of months have just flown by, and time flies. And I haven't managed to learn it off or anything, so I just have a few notes here. So when it comes to weddings, I like to get my hands on the mic. I spoke at Yvonne's wedding and Eiling's, so I thought I couldn't really pass on this opportunity. I'd just like to join everyone who's already spoken so far in the thank yous. I'd like to firstly thank my beautiful bridesmaids. Aren't they gorgeous? 4 very special ladies, and they've been really, really good to me in preparing for the wedding and getting excited for today, and I just want to say thank you. It's not very often you come across good friends, and these 4 girls are lifelong friends for me, and I just want to start off with Yvonne and say, excuse the cheese. I am really lucky to have a sister who is my best friend, the one I have shared so many memories with, from sharing a room our whole lives until about 5 years ago. Childhood games, making tapes, do you remember that? Singing karaoke, and then when we grew up, nights out in Lacey's and the Relic, weekends away, girly holidays, and we travelled to Australia together. So she's a very special person in my life, and I just want to say thank you. Yvonne and I always said, if we ever get husbands, we hope that they like each other. And I think it's safe to say that Danny and Dom get on the absolute best, and they've even started a support group for men who have McCann girls. Moving on to Eiling over here, second in line. She's like a second sister to both Yvonne and I. We're bridesmaids for each other. So I'm the last out of the three of us to get married. Eileen has always been there for me for all the milestones in my life to date. And I'm so glad you're here on the top table. We sort of thought maybe Eileen might have to opt out, but there was room for the bump in the dress. So congratulations, Eileen. Not long to go. And then finally, Becky and Sarah over there, absolutely gorgeous as well. These are two very special ladies who I shared school days with. And I just want to thank you both for being good friends. Always at the other end of the phone and always just keen to catch up and be good friends. It's great having old friends, I think, to look back on childhood and teenage years where you can reminisce about how silly you were. And also, I just want to say a thank you to Becky and also anyone else who's travelled quite far afield from Australia, New Zealand, England, Sligo, Dundalk, England, down there, Oxford, hello, Sydney, I said Australia. So thank you to everyone. Thank you to everyone here for making such an effort to be here today. And then she's made a disappearing act. Amy, where's Amy? She's away somewhere. But Amy's the flower girl. And I just wanted to say she's a beautiful young lady. And I've watched her grow up and she's just a very special little girl. She's thoughtful and kind. And I just absolutely cherish the special bond we have. Just want to say thank you to my mummy. She's a truly amazing woman. She's beautiful, thoughtful. She's a tower of strength. She's an inspiration to everyone. She always encourages everything any of us wanted to do, never held us back, and just told us to live our lives and do what we want. We had some really hard times, but I'm in awe of how she managed, but she did. Mummy's very wise, she's funny, loves the crack, cups of tea. The best thing about my mummy is that no matter what time I ever came home from a night out, it was never too late to go in and tell her all the crack from that night out. She would even get up sometimes and make tea and toast, just to hear the full story. She loved to hear all the gossip and goings on and who was there and who was with who. And, of course, did you click? So, when I met Danny, Mummy was keen to know the status of the relationship and to see if we'd made any progress at all. Were we boyfriend and girlfriend yet? So I had to explain the modern dating rules, which I didn't really understand myself. At the start, I had her sworn to secrecy, so Danny's code name was George. So I don't really know whether that's true or whether the boys christened him George, but either way, he was called George. The boys didn't know much about where I was going or who he was with, but it was very funny. And we got lots of laughs in our house as Tommy and Luke were mad to get information about Danny. Anyway, Mummy knew, maybe even before I did, that there was something special about Danny. She was delighted when he made it official after 10 months of dating, and even more delighted when he asked her permission for my hand in marriage. And this brings me to Danny. But before I do that, I'll talk about someone else. I just want to say thank you to Danny's mum and dad, Sheena and Joe. They've always made me feel really welcome and at ease. You're a fantastic couple, role models, great parents and grandparents, and I'm sure the other Mrs. Turleys will agree that I'm lucky to have lovely in-laws. I just want to thank all my family and friends in the run-up to today, for all their support, and especially the boys down there and Paula, for all the running about they did and all the wee jobs Dom especially did this morning, and Luke got the cars all sorted out, and Thomas has a lovely wee number plate in the boys' car today. So all those wee special touches are very much appreciated. Just want to also say it's just amazing having a room full of people that we know and that are here for us today. And it's just, I'm really honoured. We love you all. That's great. I've been very good. That's my first one, Joe. Finally, to my gorgeous, amazing husband, Danny. I can't look at you. You're perfect. I love you with every inch of my heart. I never would have guessed that our paths would have crossed the way they did, but it didn't take me long to realise you're the one. You've always treated me really well. True gentleman. It took a while for us to know if our relationship would work, but it was tested out when I moved to England. And it's true what they say, distance makes the heart grow fonder. Being away from Danny was very difficult, and the first few weeks were terrible. But it's true what they say as well. When you know, you know. You just know. And I did just know. We had some really amazing times together in Manchester and Oxford, and going back and forth. And Danny loved getting to a few wee matches. On our first holiday together in Tenerife, you told me you were going to marry me someday, and I was on cloud 9 with that. When we went to look at rings, to get ideas of styles, just looking, I was so excited. I couldn't believe my luck. And I thought, oh my God, we're going to get married sometime. Danny's going to propose, maybe not for a wee while, but he's thinking about it. But now that I know Danny so much better, I know that he doesn't play around with ideas for too long. He's impulsive, and he knows when he's on to a good thing. He proposed less than 2 weeks after that day looking at the rings, with the ring we'd picked out as the nicest. I think I skyrocketed to space that day, and it took a long time to come down. Danny, you're intelligent, fun, funny, light-hearted, extremely thoughtful, and I know you go to the ends of the earth for me. You're also a fantastic wedding planner. Thank you for asking me to marry you. Thanks for all the lovely things you've ever done for me. And as Mummy says, you make a great breakfast. You truly are one in a million. I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you, and I'm so proud to finally become Mrs. Turley. I'm you. I'm the lucky one. And I'd just like you to join me in a toast to Danny. To Danny. Danny. To Danny. To Danny. Girls. Girls. Can't reach.
Thank you, Clare. I'm going to go and pass it on to my two brothers, Joe and David, and also to Eamon, his groomman, for just to read out a couple of cards who some people who just can't be here today.
Stand up, sorry. Okay, Clare and Danny, have a beautiful day and a happy life together. Lots of love, Anthony, Sarah, Liam and Kieran. Another card here. Thanks. To Clare and Danny, from Bernie, Blaine, Sheila and Father Paul, we'll be thinking of you on the big day.
Clare and Danny, loads of love, Eileen, Kevin and Jack. To Danny and Clare, from Conan and Kerry, Sorry we aren't able to make it, but we hope you have a fantastic day and best wishes for the future. Hello, Mr. Danny. As a loyal customer to Golden Bridge Chinese restaurant Portadown, we would like to take this opportunity to congratulate you on your upcoming wedding day. To mark this landmark occasion, we have decided to make a dish after you. It's called Way Too Dim with chips. It will retail for $9.50 per dish, as it contains 2 portions, young choy fried rice, ribs, alongside chips. We hope this meets with your satisfaction, and once again, congratulations on your big day. Please find attached our new menu for promotional usage. And that's signed from Gin Too Fat.
To Danny and Clare, I wish you every happiness in your new life, and may God bless you back with much love from Bridie. And Danny and Clare, hope your day, Danny and Clare, is as special as you are. Many blessings, love and hugs, Rosaline and Patsy.
And now, on to the main man. I hope you have a good speech, because Clara really knocked it out of the park there. So, over to the main man, Dan.
I don't know how to top that. I think you stole my speech. Well, good evening, everyone. First of all, on behalf of my beautiful wife and I, so she looks stunning, everyone. Unbelievable. Come on, It's definitely a McCann thing. We are delighted that all of our favourite people are here today to make this day so special. Thank you for all your kind messages, words of wisdom and support. We really can't thank you all enough. Unlike most weddings, where the bride would take charge and take care of absolutely every detail, whilst the groom would spend time at home, maybe watch the World Cup and have a few beers, Claire and I are a bit different. In our case, we work 50-50 together in almost every detail. Now, when I say detail, I mean detail. As a Turley, we have a reputation for being perfectionists that I ever heard from my dad, my Auntie Pat, and Auntie Mary.
You're coming.
Mum too. Claire, you're certainly a Turley now. Excuse me for a moment. Claire. What's that say, Claire? I can't read your handwriting there. I started actually thinking about planning to start off my speech about how we met and our story, but I said that to Paul just there a few minutes ago. He said, no, I'm telling that story. Now, I did tell this to him on Saturday, and I had a few too many that evening, I think I had. I think I started. I remember the conversation starting, half an hour later I was still talking. Paul goes, about 5 minutes here, Donnie, I'm not going to fit all that in. So, just be aware, I don't know what he's going to say. Claire, you've made me the happiest man in the world. I'm so proud to be able to call you my wife. You look absolutely stunning today, more beautiful than I could ever imagine. I feel like the luckiest man alive. I know it took me a while to get around to asking you out, but the last 5.5 years have been the best years of my life. And I look forward to one day having our own little family together. And this morning we exchanged gifts, for the morning of the wedding. Claire opened a gift basket for me, and then my mum gave me this kind of box of, say, memories. And I was really touched with a lot of stuff that Claire had saved over the years of our relationship. And in particular, one card I'd sent her. And I just thought it was so fitting, there's a wee poem in it. I thought it would be very fitting to say it today. You're the song I love to play over and over. You're the movie the movie I never get tired of. You're the book I can never put down. You're the one I love forever. So, can I ask you all to be upstanding and raise your glasses to toast to the beautiful bride? Now I'd like to talk a little bit about Marion. I want to talk a little about yourself, Marion. Is that okay?
Okay? That's all right, Don.
Thank you so much for welcoming me into the McCann family. From day one, when you got up at 4 a.m. in the morning to have a cup of tea with me and Claire, you made me feel so welcome in your home and every day since. You're a fantastic mother and grandmother, and you can see how your children and grandchildren adore you. You're truly an inspiration to Claire and myself. I know Claire will turn out to be a great mother one day, as she's had one of life's best teachers. Now, on to Tommy, Yvonne and Luke. From day one, thanks for calling me George for the first 10 months, until I got the courage to ask Claire out. Tommy and Luke, in fairness, you both did warn me really early on about Claire's mood swings, but I'm well used to them now, so I know it's true love. Yvonne, you're not only Claire's big sister, you're her best friend, and I would go as far as twins and how you both get on.
Really?
Ask Dom. You've always been there for her, supported her, and gave her advice. You've the biggest heart, and I'm delighted to be able to call you my sister-in-law. Also, thanks for marrying Dom. Because since that's happened, myself and Dom have set up our own counselling service sessions. We call these like football matches we have to go to and fill and burn, but they're not really. Yeah. So Claire's already touched on that. So thanks, Dom. You're keeping me in here. And to Claire's daddy, Tom, who is not with us today in person, but he has been with us today and always in spirit. I would like to thank Tom for looking after us as Claire and I fell in love. My promise to you is that I will look after your wee scholar for the rest of my life. To Mum and Dad, everything I've done today and achieved in my life is all down to the love, support and guidance you've given me. Dad, I look up to you every day. I hope one day that I can be half as good as a father as you've been a dad to me. You've taught me how to have that appetite in life to keep working hard at everything you care about. As Claire says to me all the time, you're just like your daddy. So I think I've picked up your mannerisms too. Mum, you are simply the best mother a son could ever ask for. Everything good in me, I know, came from you. You believed in me when others didn't, and your unwavering support has got me to where I am today. I really can't put into words how much I appreciate all your love and support. To Joe, David, and Paul, you've been the best brothers I could have asked for. Eamon, even though you're my cousin, you've always been a brother to me as well. In my eyes, you're all my best men today. Thanks for your unconditional support right throughout my life, and I know you'll be there to support me in the future. Joe, you've always looked after me when I was younger, and today you're still looking after me. Over the last 5 years, I've really enjoyed working with you, and also with you as my business partner. You've always been my rock, and whenever you need your help, you're there. So thank you. Davey, you've always encouraged me to play football and sport, and recently you've been Clare and I's personal trainer. So if you want to look as good as me and Clare, I could share Davey's business card with you later.
Comes along with this here.
To Paul, thanks for showing me the ropes in St. Pat's Armagh and in Belfast when I started university. You've always been there for a beer and a bit of crack, and I'm always going to rely on you, so thank you. And also, and to Eamon, we grew up together as best friends, and I was honoured to say a few words at your wedding just 2 months ago. And you probably have more dirt on me than anyone else, so I hope you were selective in the storytelling when it comes to the best man speech. It's not true. A special thanks to the best man, Paul, for organising the stag in Kilkenny and looking after me. Even though I swear I drank at least 30 shots that day. I'd like to thank Jared, Jasper, and Dee for starting off that. So whenever you guys, if anyone meets them tonight, please buy Jared and Jasper a shot of Ghost Lager. They really love that. You see, they're welcoming it. I would like to thank Johnny and all the superb staff from Carrick Castle. Their service has been first class, and their support in making today as perfect as possible for us. So thank you guys. We obviously, myself and Clare have been here a couple of times. We were here at Niall and Melissa's wedding and Jasper and Ashleen's wedding, and in particular at one of these weddings, Clare had a really good time. Niall and Melissa's doesn't, you know. She ordered the salmon, but she doesn't know what it tastes like. So anyway, we had with the help of some of the people at the wedding, we got Clare to bed. But someone, hello. Do you cut that off? I'm holding this mic wrong. In particular, this one individual staff helped carry Clare up to the room with myself. And since we came back for Jasper and Ashley's wedding, we're sitting at the bar, chatting away, and I started to tell the girl a story. Maybe I shouldn't be, but I was telling the story anyway. And she goes, "Oh my God, I remember that. I was that girl." So to Neve, if any of the staff here knows Neve, we just love Neve. She actually came out for a photograph earlier there for us, so the staff here are superb. There they are.
Carry the bed.
To Amy and Shay for being the perfect flower girl and page boy today. You both looked fantastic and did your job so well. I'd also like to thank Vinny for getting us here. Your 1936 Vauxhall was the most comfortable car I've ever been in. The storytelling of how it took you 2 years to pull it together, and the stories of how we met, which I can't tell you because Paul told me not to say it, you really kept us entertained. So really thank you for looking after us, and you just made today so much extra special. Thank you, Vinny. Oh, I'd also like to say you picked a great day to get married yourselves, so happy anniversary. To Father Brian White, thanks for making us both feel so at ease today and helping us to celebrate our marriage. To all the readers, Paula, Sister Mary, Anna, Kira, Cara, Tara, Dom, Catherine, Leah and Courtney, and also Bridget as our Eucharistic minister. Thanks so much for being involved in our wedding Mass. You were all fantastic and made the Mass that extra bit special. A special thank you to my fairy godmother, Tina. Thanks to you. How you doing? For the reflection, you've never missed a birthday in all my life, and I couldn't think of a better person to have the last word at our Mass. So, on behalf of Clare and I would like to present both mothers with a bouquet of flowers. My mother is telling me to wind it up, so I am at the end here. Finally, to the bridesmaids. You can tell not only are they looking absolutely stunning today, but those are the liveliest bunch I've ever met of girls in my life before. Thanks so much for helping Clare have the perfect day and support you've given her throughout. I know it means so much to her. You're the best bridesmaids that Clare could ever ask for. And I know I put Jägermeister out and Prosecco shot glasses. Yeah. I thought we were under strict instructions not to give Clare any, but now I've seen photographs. It's grand. That's what you want. And also, thanks for getting Clare to chapel on time. I think we delayed just there a wee bit, so it's all right. So can I ask everyone to be upstanding and raise your glasses to make a toast to the beautiful bridesmaids? Sorry. Yeah. Sláinte. So, you'll be glad to hear that's the end of my speech, and all I can say, let's drink, let's party, and as Clare's words, you.
Thanks, Dan. I'm just going to correct myself. I started off with welcoming you all to Danny and Clare's wedding, but I didn't realise it was George and Clare's wedding. So congratulations, George and Clare. I just want to start off with introduce myself. I'm Paul, the bigger brother, the best man. Hi. Can you hear me in the back? Wave if you can. Oh, really? Yeah, good stuff. Okay. Just want to introduce myself. I'm Paul, the bigger brother, obviously, and I'm honoured and pleasured to be standing here beside my wee brother Danny as the best man. Before I begin my duties to give Danny an uncomfortable, embarrassing few minutes, I just want to start with a few words about Clare. Now, the last few months, I've gathered a lot of information about Clare, a lot, and I'm one for a very good memory. And Clare, with one or two drinks in her, she's no filter, and would tell me a lot of stories. And I said, Clare, I don't want to know. I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about Danny. So I've actually prepared a separate speech tomorrow. So anybody staying over tomorrow night, I'm going to actually have a speech about Clare, all the deep and dark secrets about Clare, okay? So that'll come on tomorrow. But in all fairness, I'm going to keep this a few words about Clare short and sweet, because as the new Mrs. Turley into the Turley clan, I think you're looking absolutely stunning, okay? But I'm going to keep it short and sweet because I'm afraid she's going to fall asleep on us. Because Clare is an epic napper. You'd be talking to her and then you turn around and says, Clare, sleep, gone. But in fairness, you look absolutely stunning tonight. And to see both you and Danny in a chapel coming from the aisle, it's just heart melting, and it makes me so happy to see you close together. Danny, you look pretty sharp too tonight now. Very good. A warm welcome goes out to all those who travelled great distances to be with us tonight. Those from Australia, New Zealand, Boston, Beverly, big hands up, London and the west of Ireland. I know how much family and friends mean to Clare and Danny, and it just adds to their very first special day. We also want to think about those who are not just with us today. And we want to especially think about Clare's daddy, Tom. So the very first toast I want to have is, would everybody please be up and standing and have a toast to absent friends and family.
Not too long, you're going to have to cut yours.
So on to Danny. Danny is the baby of our house, the fourth of 4 boys. Didn't our mum do so well? He's the last boy to leave the nest. Can you see the joy in mum's face? You're off the hook now. Time to book that cruise. Clare can take over now. Danny was born on the 10th of November 1986. The beautiful cheeky smile that we all associate with Danny. And with probably the same amount of hair he had when he said that day. Sorry, Danny, just had to throw that in. He has improved, but I just had to throw that in. Danny, growing up with 3 bigger brothers, was in the privileged position of getting away with pure murder in our house. Absolute pure murder. He was always used to use that baby face smile of mum and dad, like some type of Harry Potter magical power he had on him. The words, "It wasn't me, it was Paul," still haunts me to this day. But Danny, now I'm in that privileged position to have my own back. No, in fairness, Danny is a great lad, a great brother, son, and indeed a godfather to our Shay and Neela. A role I know he's honoured to have and takes very seriously as he spoils all his nieces and nephews. Growing up with Danny was always bad. As a roommate for him was all those years, I think. I actually know most of his bad habits, but I think Clare knows most of them already. But in fairness, Clare, I bought you a wee present to see you through the future nights together, and I got you some nice earplugs. Danny is the person, right? Okay, on to Danny. How you best describe Danny in a few words? Danny, oh, Danny boy, is what Mum would always say. Happy. Danny has a smile on his face and be a very positive person. And I know he's happy that he's found his one true love in Clare. He talks a lot. He really talks a lot. In all my years knowing Danny, I've never heard Danny being stuck with a few words until I heard his piece there now. But in fairness, you did pull through. You're wavering last night in the speech, but you did actually pull through tonight. Well done. Someone with natural confidence. Ever since Danny was in P1, I think, and on his very first day of school, in which I was in school, St. Columbus in Portadown, Danny strolled. He didn't walk, he strolled into the school without a care in the world. And this is actually true. He made it his mission to call in and see the principal in his office, just so he could formally introduce himself as Paul Turley's wee brother, and made sure everybody knew who he was. Now, how times have changed, and I'm actually the one introducing myself as Danny's bigger brother, given his success in his business. Danny, without doubt, is the entrepreneur. He's a focused and driven person, very much like his daddy and our daddy. He's an extremely talented and hard-working person who set up his own business in performance sports, which all started from his final year project in university, in which he got his top-class honours. The business has gone from strength to strength, and I, and as all of our family, are extremely proud of him and his achievements to date. And on a personal note, as one of the original investors, a lot of hard-earned cash put in that firm, I'm still waiting for the big payday. I would describe Danny as someone with a very big heart. He's without doubt a very generous person. He even knows that baby is spoiled rotten. Without a doubt, he's spoiled rotten to baby in the house. But he also spoils others and is very considerate of others as well. Danny is definitely someone who enjoys the finer things in life. Whether it's the spa days away of Clare, or that exotic cocktail, extra pink for Danny, by the way. Or that rack of shots at the bar, it's always with others, his family and friends close by. Danny is actually known to his friends as Shop Man Dan. Which brings me on to the stag. Now, I'm not a great believer in what goes on in the stag. What goes on in the stag stays in the stag. However, I have to just break it, Danny. Danny's mass skills were definitely brought into question with the total number of shots taken on the Saturday and the stag. Honestly, I can't remember, but I think it was about, you seen them multiply every single shot by 2. I thought it was about 12 or 13. Barry, Jasper, yeah, roughly. That 30 was completely fabricated, wasn't it? On the stag, actually, we also once witnessed Danny's lack of balancing skills. He definitely not one for the flowing rivers of County Cardo, and she went whitewater rafting. To date, he's the only person that fall out of the boat whilst it was still on land during the instructor's training session. In fairness, after the 6th time being rescued, I said actually rescued from the water, from the instructors told me, says, right, boys, we're calling this short. Someone's going to die and it's this man here. So, actually, I was told off by an instructor saying, best man, how much drink this man has had? I says, he's had 1 pint over 4 hours. I was all like, right, we're going home. Right, we're going to Kilkenny, get a few drinks. Danny is well-travelled. He's actually travelled a lot with his current business, with multiple trips to the States and California, San Francisco, New York and Boston, to name a few. But how times have changed, Danny. In your younger days at university, it has been known. Danny has turned up at the airport and tries to talk his way through security with a full carry-out with him. Huddersfield? Barry?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. As your friend Barry would say, Dan, I don't think there were 100 mils, but it was worth a try. Danny is someone with a sweet tooth. Who laughed? Who was laughing there? You know who's coming. In his younger years, we called him the Cookie Monster. Being based on a story when Danny was actually, I thought it was 6 or 7, but it was probably older. It was 9. Jeez, that's even worse. 9. I think Joe was the babysitting. No. You take the responsibility. Joe was babysitting when Mum and Dad were on away and out in the night. Danny, being Danny, managed to polish off in secret 5 or 6 packets of the chocolate chip cookies. You know, back in the day, you got the multiple packs. I think it was Maryland we managed it. So you buy one, you get 3 packets together. But so Mum was stocking up on the cookies, thinking she was doing a good thing. But Danny found them out. But in fairness, Danny was only to be found by Mum and Dad later that night. Good babysitting, Joes, by the way. You just let him be. Sitting fast asleep in the toilet with this empty cookies, crumbs all around him. Now, in fairness, it definitely wasn't a pretty sight, or indeed a smell. Claire, I just hope you keep the chocolate cookies under lock and key, because I don't want the cookie monster coming out again. Based on that experience, you had thought Danny had learnt his lesson, but oh no. Danny, when in university, was out with his friends Jared and Jasper. Big hands up, Jared and Jasper. Out in the house, but before Danny had arrived, one of the girls had produced a sweetie thong. Does everyone know what a sweetie thong is? Okay, children, close your eyes. Sweetie thong is very, or close your ears. Sweetie thong is a very tasty delight. For the crack, sorry about that pun there, Jasper, being Jasper, decided to have a go, try it on, see how it feels, Now you have to remember, Danny was not in the house at this time. So later on that night, out in the Union, the sweetie thong reappeared out, and Danny being Danny, with that sweet tooth of his, started to eat it. Now, he didn't know where it was, but he still enjoyed it. Did he eat it all, Jasper? So, Danny, given your sweet tooth, Claire, I would like to I'd like to give you a wee present. Just for later on, just in case Danny gets that wee bit hungry later tonight. Don't eat it all in one, you might be sick.
Under no circumstances, Jasper get it on Jasper, no.
Okay. Danny is also known as the red light dancer. Another story that comes from these uni days when he lived in Fitzroy Avenue with Barry and the rest of the crew. Barry recalls a night when he came back from the flat after a night in the town. It must have been a serious session. He appeared in the living room with a red light bulb. Not sure how he got it, but he just borrowed it. He borrowed it. But the red light bulb went on, and it put Danny in this particular mood, just to start a bit of strip dancing down to boxers with a pair of high heels. And Barry's own words, it's a very weird experience, but very impressive given he was in high heels. So Claire, I suggest you keep a red light bulb in the cupboard. Now on to the new couple, Mr. and Mrs. Turley. Danny and Claire first met on a night out in St. Mary's College, as was Mr. Tour. Danny, being Danny, managed to get an invite on the bus with his good friend Anna McCusker, but the bus trip ended up in Warrenpoint of all places. And Danny, when the bus was getting home, he managed to find the last free seat on the bus. Located next to that beautiful girl, he later nicknamed Snow White, and yes, it was Claire fast asleep. Now, in fairness, once Claire awoke from her nap, Danny put the Turley charm on, and it was great chat, sweep her off her feet, and being a true gentleman, walked her home later that night to make sure she's safe in Belfast. Thereafter, Claire travelled to Oxford to complete her teaching training and then worked in Manchester. All that time, the connection remained, and Danny made his mission to win her heart, and that's exactly what he did. Danny and Claire, in my eyes, you're a perfect match. They and each other have found their one true love, and I'm so happy for them. Danny, as you move forward in the joys of marriage, just a few words of advice from myself. 1, never go to bed in an argument. Now, this is easier said and done with Claire's epic napping skills. So just poke her and wake her up. 2, Claire is now a Mrs. Turley. And just like me and the rest of the boys up here, and Claire, including my daddy, Mrs. Turleys are always right, even when they're wrong. Claire, on a personal note, I'm so happy to welcome you in the Turley clan. From day one, you've fitted into our family with and we all think the world of you. We now have the completed set of Mrs. Turley's, representing Tyrone, Derry, Armagh, and now Down. How our Turley boys have done so well. Now, on to the final test. Danny and Clare have one similar characteristic, and they both are very, very competitive people. With this in mind, I want to finish off with the very first game as Mr. and Mrs. Turley, the Mr. and Mrs. game. So no pressure here. You better get these right in Clare's words. Now, we have these paddles. It's pretty proper stuff here, you know.
Does he need to wear the thong as well?
Yeah. I want you both to be upstanding, back to back, and I'm going to go out and join the crowd here, right? I'm going to go out with the rest of the folk here, right? I'm going to take this thing on tour, right? Back to back, right? No looking, no peeking. This is serious stuff here, okay? I'm going to sit beside Bobby here. You alright, Bobby? Yeah? Right? Question 1. This is very serious here. Who said, I love you first? Oh! Question 2. Who's going to fall asleep tonight the first? Oh! Number 2. Jesus, I could be calling out bingo here. 2 fat ladies, idiot. Yeah? Number 3. Who's going to be the most hungover tomorrow morning? Whoa! Very good. Question 4. Who's going to make the first move tonight? Too soon. On the dance floor. Danny, you give it away. On the dance floor. Stop. Clare, Danny, God help you tonight. Lay back and relax. This is very serious, but this is, if you get that, you've got 4 to 4. Don't look at each other. 4 to 4. Right, okay. The final question. This is the hardest. Who said I love you first? Sorry. Do it again. Just to make me feel happy. Can you remember your first question? Who said I love you first? Just say it again. Just finish it off. Good stuff. That's it. Well done, Donnie. Sorry. Now, sorry, I've been told to wind it up. All right, okay. Now, can everybody be upstanding? Just as the final toast of the afternoon, right, okay? Danny and Clare, may love and laughter light your days and warm your heart and home. To Danny and Clare. That's it.